Hi, my name is Valerie Ashley Bell, and I am a life coach among many other things. And I just wanted to do this video to get you going in the right direction because the whole reason why you would want a life coach is to balance your life, to make yourself feel better, to make yourself feel happier, to be more successful, to be healthier and wealthier. And those things are really, really important. But this video is for you to kind of start the process. The first video that I want to do is happiness video. I call all of this in general happy, healthy, wealthy. I feel like those are the three things that most people want and desire in their life, no matter what stage they are at in their life. So, happiness. First, I have to ask you quite naturally, are you happy? Now, happy is relative. What my idea of happy is not necessarily your idea of happy. What my ideal life is not necessarily yours. And I think that's important for people to know is that it looks different for everyone. So get clear about what happiness looks like to you. Happiness or being happy is an emotion or a feeling. And feelings change all the time. Feelings are not things you necessarily want to base your life off of. However, feelings are a guide to let you know what is happening internally and externally around you. So happiness in and of itself is a state of being. You choose to be happy. It is your choice to be happy. Regardless of what is going on, it is your choice. But be honest with yourself. You can't be happy all the time. It's not realistic. It's not what we have going on in life as humans as far as, just that's not what this is all about. There's no utopia. There's no, oh, I have to be happy all the time. That's not realistic. So don't set yourself up to think that if you aren't happy on and off for different periods of time, that there's something wrong with you. Yet, happiness, the state of being, is still a choice. There are tips, advice, and different ways and things that you can practice to ensure that happiness is more of a state of being for you. I think the main thing that you have to do is remind yourself of universal and life truths. And I think that's part of getting to that place of happy, healthy, and wealthy. So I'm going to give you tips or advice on how to stay in the state of happiness. The first one is gratitude. Gratitude for the present moment. Realize that all that ever exists in the present moment. It does not exist outside of the present moment. So if you are in a space of constantly acknowledging that you are alive and that you are present in this moment and everything is happening right now, infinite possibilities are in the present moment. If you are in that space more often than not and remind yourselves of that truth, then you are most likely going to stay in a space of happiness because nothing is wrong in the present moment. The second tip or advice is to remind yourself that you are the creator of your life. I mentioned the whole idea of choice. You have to be more accountable and responsible for your daily life. You have every single moment to choose what you want to do and don't want to do. There's no one that's necessarily holding a gun to your head that's telling you have to do this versus that. If you do feel a pressure, a push that is underlying your intentions, your actions, your words, then you might need to go through and figure out what that pressure is about. But in the present moment, it is your choice. You are the creator of your life, period. So if you choose to do X, Y, Z, then there's going to be results for X, Y, Z. Keep that in mind. You are the creator. Third, embrace change, adapt. You have to embrace change and adaptation because that is what life is. It is unpredictable. You are not in control all the time. You have to be accepting of change. Change, they say, is the only constant thing in life. So embrace it. Ebb and flow. Bend, don't break. When things are going this way or that way, just bend to it. Like Oprah said in one of her books, what I know for sure is just shift your footing, shift your weight from one foot to the other when things change. The fourth one is set boundaries and know your limitations. That is very important to know. And typically, you won't know your boundaries or limitations until you experience something that is more often than not unpleasant, that gives you some insight. Okay, well, that's what I don't want. And that's okay if you're in the space of figuring out what you don't want in order for you to be clear about what you do want. But set boundaries and limitations and ask yourself on and off whether or not you have boundaries in place in your job life, with employees, your family, your friends, with yourself. Set those boundaries and set those limits to be like, nope, that's way too much. I'm not going to do that. This is who I am. This is what I prefer. The fifth one is cultivate meaningful relationships and new skills. The reason why I put these two together is because typically when you are in the space of cultivating new relationships, you are going to acquire a new skill, whether it's communicating differently, whether it is going for a walk or playing pool or gardening, that sort of thing. The more people that you have in your life, and I'm not an advocate for just including a bunch of people in your life, but when you are interested in cultivating new relationships, then you are deepening your experience for life to give yourself more clarity about who you are, what you like, what you don't like. So therefore, you are acquiring new skills. And one of the main skills to acquire when you are involving more people in your life is communication. So keep that in mind. Cultivate new relationships and new skills. New skills also indirectly will most likely put you in spaces and places where there are people that are different than the norm. Always be learning. The sixth one is evaluate your life often and figure out what's working for you and what's not working for you. I feel like most people don't stop and pause and just be like, okay, this month, what worked for me, what didn't work for me? Okay, every 3 months, what was going on the last 3 months that I need to do different the next 3 months? Figure these things out for yourself. Take a moment, pause. It's okay to stop participating. It's okay to stop getting involved with things and just be with yourself so you can evaluate and see how you really feel about what is taking place in your life. The seventh one is let go of everything constantly. Do not be too attached to a lot of things, to a lot of feelings, a lot of beliefs, a lot of ideas. Now, I'm not saying don't have beliefs and ideas and things that you love and cherish. It's not what I'm saying. But there's a level of attachment that I feel like most people have, but it's based off of identity. And they think if they drive a certain car, they live in a certain house, if they wear certain clothes, that defines them. Let go of everything constantly and often so that you can feel yourself, not feel the pressures of society, not feel judged, not feel that you have a lot of things to maintain, but let go of things in your life so that you can just be with yourself. You are not defined by the things that you have in your life or the people that you have in your life. So keep that in mind. Let go. Don't hold on to too much. So those are the 7 points that I wanted to give to you guys, tips to make yourself happier. Ask yourself, are you happy? And if you feel like you aren't happy, go through those different steps that I just listed and decipher where you are and what you can add and what you can subtract. Your happiness is the utmost importance, of utmost importance. Again, happy, healthy, and wealthy. That is what I'm all about as a life coach, and that's the direction in which I would take any type of relationship in my life is happy, healthy, and wealthy. Because I am, and I want to share that with you, and I want to give you exactly those things. So, thank you. Again, my name is Valerie Ashley Bell. Love yourself, value everything.